It's my 21st birthday and I was craving waffles. I saw they had waffles on the pictures and they didn't. As a person with birthday trauma, I hope my day doesn't get any worse for having false information on Google and ruin someone's morning. I also drove 30 minutes for this spot. Okay, I don't think this person understands what trauma is, which is really funny. And then the owner sort of points that out. They're like, I understand you're upset, but it's important to clarify that not having waffles can't be equated to trauma, which is true. My guy, it's just waffles. Just order something else. You want waffles specifically on your? I mean, or you can go somewhere else. That's the best part of it. If you drove 30 minutes for a spot, there's probably some other place around that you can go to. Oh man, so unbelievably stupid, some of these reviews, you know what I mean? And then they went on to explain exactly why, they don't have waffles, which is perfectly reasonable. Not every restaurant has to have every kind of breakfast food, or indeed every kind of food in general. It's kind of, just be normal, my guy. This place needs to be held accountable. My daughter went on a school trip hoping to have a fun-filled day, but instead she came home traumatized, saying that a bear ran after them. The park is fully aware of the issue and are not doing anything to take care of it. They need to build fences and/or hire professionals to help them deal with this situation. Kids deal with enough fears and phobias. Don't need to add a bear at the water park to it. A bear? Hang on, does this woman mean an actual bear? Or do they mean like a gay man? Because either way, it's freaking hilarious, but I just can't tell. Because, I don't know, I feel like if an actual bear came after your child would no longer be alive. So I feel like there might be a little bit of an exaggeration there. Just a little bit. What do you mean, a bear? I have never, in my 65 years on God's green earth, been spoken to like this. I stopped by Little Caesars last night after a church meeting. I was famished. I saw the employees still closing down and thought, okay, a quick pizza before I go home. I walked up at 9:03 p.m. Yes, the sign says 9 o'clock, but it's 3 minutes, people. The ovens were clearly still hot, and a girl was right there counting the register. I figured, surely, slapping a pre-made pizza in a box isn't rocket science. The door was locked, but she saw me. I tapped on the glass and I was totally polite. She cracked the door and said, "We're closed, ma'am." I explained that I just wanted a hot and ready pizza. I mean, that's the whole point of the place, right? She rolled her eyes and said, "We already threw them away." Thrown away? At 9:03? I said, "You're telling me you threw away perfectly good pizzas 3 minutes after closing?" She shrugged like it was nothing. So I reasonably said, "Well then you can just make one really quick. It's literally dough, sauce, cheese." She was just standing there doing nothing. That's when she crossed the line. She said, "If you're gonna act like trash, you can go dig in the trash out back, 'cause that's where the pizza is now." And shut the door in my face. I have never been spoken to with such disrespect in my life. Little Caesars used to be about service. Apparently now, it's about attitude. I just think this response is just hilarious. If you're gonna act like trash, you can go dig in the trash out back, because that's where the pizza is now. I love that, man. I need you to understand, I obviously would never treat a customer like that, but nah, that's crazy. That's really damn funny. Was a few minutes late to an appointment due to traffic and construction in the area. and the secretary was patronizing and would not let me be seen by the optometrist, despite still being within the window of appointment, and the following client also being late to their appointment. I have purchased multiple pairs of glasses, $1,000 plus purchases due to prescription via other Iris locations, and I have never had as terrible a customer experience at any other location. Will never book at this location again. So right off the bat, sounds pretty reasonable. Like, I don't think it's good that this person's optometrist couldn't see them because they were a few minutes late. But, as is usually the case, of course, not exactly the case, not exactly true, I mean. Hello, Alex. We'd like to clarify the circumstances of your appointment. You arrived 25 minutes late to a 30-minute appointment, leaving only 5 minutes remaining. Yup. Not a few minutes late, is it? We don't even need to go through this any further, do we? That's funny, though. 25 minutes late. Yeah, just a few minutes late. You know, just a few. It's just a few, right? Alright, guy. Sure. Everyone has been talking about this place since it opened and calling it the best local pizza in town, but I had a terrible experience here. I was in last Tuesday and ordered a pizza with extra cheese, which came out with way too much cheese. The horror. Oh no. They did offer to remake it, but the second pizza took a long time, and my kids were getting restless and upset because they forgot to bring their Nintendos. When I asked one of the girls working there where their pizza was, she just said they were busy, which wasn't helpful, considering they were the ones who messed up my order. And I was standing there with upset kids. I don't feel like she took the situation seriously or made any effort to prioritize fixing it. Overall, it was frustrating and stressful. This is honestly why people end up sticking with big chains. You know what you're getting and how long it will take. My guy, you ordered the pizza with extra cheese. Do you not understand? This is so stupid, man. Why are you upset about extra cheese when you ordered it? Oh, I can't. Okay, we're moving on. The burger meat was great. Toppings were good and atmosphere is really nice. But unfortunately, what brings this to a 2-star is service. Was the cashier, who was the most driest person, and they only have wooden forks. Oh no! When I asked for an alternative fork, she gave me the dirtiest look. I tried to explain to her that I'm not a Democrat and Republicans don't use wooden forks. Until they decide to bring metal forks or plastic, I won't be able to revisit. Oh my god, what a snowflake, dude. Are you serious? What do you mean? Why does it frickin' matter, dude? Just eat the stuff. Okay, I get it. I get it. Maybe you think that wooden forks are kind of stupid, they're kind of fragile, whatever. But it's not a political thing. I don't know how else to describe it. I crossed the bridge on January 5th, not being aware of the fast-track toll fee at all. Received an invoice on April 10th, which was the first time I learned about the fee. I feel kidnapped/raped. I have no problem paying $7.50 to cross the world-famous bridge, but felt disappointed with the toll system. My impression of the Golden Gate Bridge went from awesome to not so good. Worst marketing strategy to attract tourists. I don't think you feel, ma'am. This has to be a ma'am. There's no way. Like, no guy. I don't think any guy would use that term in this situation. But I don't think she actually feels because if she did, then it wouldn't just be not so good. Like, could you imagine that? Oh, you just get somewhere and then you feel not so good. I don't think that's how it works. I think you just feel kind of annoyed, mildly annoyed. So don't use those words. We booked the Airbnb for 2 days. On the second day, the host messaged me saying that they had new people coming and we had to grab our stuff by 3 and leave. We'll not stay here or book with this host again, and I don't think anyone else should either. Okay, for anyone who has never booked a hotel or an Airbnb before, that's kind of how hotels work. It is a revolving door, and you have to leave usually by about 3 p.m. or so on the day that you're leaving. Believe it or not, that's kind of how that works. What else can I say? I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. Just learn how time works, I guess. Bad customer service. The movie was bad, and we came out without finishing the movie after falling asleep. When I came out to tell the manager about falling asleep and didn't even get to see the movie, he cared less and refused to refund or even give us a pass to come back to finish it the next day. This theater cares less about its customers' well-being or even sense of satisfaction. They need to know how to train their manager to be sensible, if not more polite. He was rude and impolite, what a manager should never be, even if I never got a refund or a pass. My guy, you fell asleep in the movie. That's not the manager's fault. That's your fault. Like, I don't know, how did people even manage to sleep when they're in a theater or when something is going on where it's like really loud? How do you manage to fall asleep? I hear about people doing this all the time, and I don't get it because I am so jealous of these people who can just fall asleep whenever. My guy, if there is even a tiny bit of noise, guess what? I ain't sleeping. So that's really you should really feel blessed that you got to have some sleep during this quote unquote awful movie. Because a lot of us wouldn't be that lucky. We would just be stuck watching it. So yeah, I don't know. It's not the manager's fault, my guy. I'm sorry to tell you, this is not the case. I come to this McDonald's every Friday and order the same thing, a double cheeseburger with extra pickles. This is not a complicated request. And yet Friday after Friday, I am handed a burger with 3 to 5 pickles, sometimes 6 if I'm lucky. I have been patient, I have been polite, I have smiled and said that's fine, even though clearly it was not. Today, I was given a burger with 5 pickles. I reasonably said to the young man at the counter, I don't know if they train you properly here, but extra pickles usually means more than this. This was not rude. It was informative. What I received in response, however, felt intentionally aggressive. They remade my burger and absolutely buried it in pickles. Pickles spilling out. There were too many pickles, and I felt attacked. Again with this extra pickles, extra cheese thing. Please learn what words mean. Obviously, I was furious and brought it back again and said, this is excessive. I just want what I asked for. He smiled and said, we really delivered this time. I immediately asked for the manager and told him what his employee just said to me, and he said, I said delivered, so it was my word against his. I will never be back to this location again, and I will be contacting corporate. Hey, genius, that's what words mean when you say extra pickles, and then you ask for more pickles on top. You get extra pickles. So stupid, man. Oh, man. Awful experience. I decided to do this review only because it's not okay to destroy families, and people that come here should be aware of the ladies working at the resort, especially married couples. Not sure that all of the ladies behave the same way, but I suffered a terrible experience with one of the girls that works by the pool. She sent indecent pictures to my husband and proposed a threesome with her and her friend while I was at the room. I found the pictures of this girl, sexy mommy, on my husband's phone, along with the video of them together. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, that's horrible, but like, come on, really? This was supposed to be a fun trip for us, and it only caused us problems. Privacy should never be a priority for customers. Privacy should be a priority for customers. It's unbelievable that your own workers can't respect that. I would never return or recommend this place to anybody. Food at the buffet is also terrible. Hang on. So, your husband is cheating on you with one of the workers at this restaurant. Or the resort, sorry. And you are upset at the resort. Ma'am, get a divorce. What do you mean? This is not the resort's problem. Especially considering it's called Temptation Resort. I mean, hey genius, that's probably not a very Christian organization, for lack of a better term. Anyways, I don't know. That's just silly, man. Get a divorce, please. If this is you, get a divorce. Anyways, I think that's it. Alright, we're done here. If you like the video, you can hit that like button. If you want to see some more, you can go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you.